What if the reason you keep procrastinating has nothing to do with laziness? What if your brain has actually been trained, without you even knowing it, to avoid hard work? Not because you're weak, not because you lack discipline, but because of something happening deep inside your brain chemistry right now. And once you understand what it is, everything changes. Stay with me, because the next few minutes might be the most important thing you watch this week. Here's what nobody tells you. Your brain doesn't care about your goals. It cares about survival. And in today's world, survival looks like scrolling. It looks like snacking. It looks like checking your phone every 4 minutes. Every time you do something easy that feels good, your brain releases a little hit of dopamine. And slowly, quietly, without you realizing it, your brain starts to see hard work as a threat. Not a reward, a threat. That's why sitting down to work feels physically uncomfortable. That's why your mind drifts the second things get difficult. Your brain isn't broken, it's just been trained wrong. But here's the part that actually gives me chills. You can retrain it. Completely. And not through willpower, not through punishing yourself or waking up at 5 a.m. and screaming affirmations in the mirror. Through something scientists are calling a dopamine reset. And it works in a way that most people have never heard of. Before I go further, if you've ever felt like you want to do more, but something invisible keeps holding you back, you are exactly who this video is made for. Hit that like button and subscribe right now, because we go deep on brain science, mindset, and real transformation on this channel every single week. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So let's talk about what a dopamine reset actually is. Most people think dopamine is just about pleasure, but that's not the full picture. Dopamine is actually your brain's prediction system. It fires when you expect a reward, not just when you get one. And this is where it gets fascinating. When your brain expects easy rewards constantly, like social media likes, sugar, or instant entertainment, it actually lowers its baseline dopamine sensitivity. Meaning over time, real work, the kind that builds your future, starts to feel completely flat, joyless, almost impossible to start. This is called dopamine dysregulation, and millions of people are living inside it right now without knowing it. Think about the last time you sat down to do something important. Maybe it was studying, maybe it was building something you care about. And within minutes, your brain started screaming for an escape. That wasn't weakness. That was a reward system so overstimulated, it could no longer register delayed gratification as anything worth chasing. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you feed that system with easy hits, the harder hard work becomes. It's not a motivation problem, it's a neurological one. Now here's where the reset comes in, and this is the part that changes people. When you deliberately remove low-effort dopamine sources for even short periods, something remarkable happens. Your brain, desperate for stimulation, begins to find reward in things it previously ignored. Focus, progress, effort, the quiet satisfaction of doing something hard. Neuroscientists call this dopamine rebound. And it's real. It's measurable. And it's the reason some of the most productive people in the world intentionally protect their mornings from phones, from noise, from anything that overstimulates. Doesn't have to be extreme. Even 20 minutes of deliberate boredom before you work trains your brain to treat effort as the reward. You're essentially telling your nervous system, easy stimulation is not available right now. So it redirects, it recalibrates. And slowly, that uncomfortable resistance you feel when starting hard tasks begins to dissolve. But there's one more piece to this that most people miss completely. And it might be the most powerful of all. When you pair hard work with a moment of intentional acknowledgement, meaning you pause, you recognize what you just did, You let yourself feel the win. Your brain starts building a new association. Hard work equals reward, not punishment, not suffering. Reward. And once that loop is established, something almost magical starts to happen. You begin to crave the difficulty. You start to miss the focus when it's gone. You stop running from the hard thing and start running toward it. This is not theory. This is how the brain learns. Through repetition, association, and emotional reinforcement. You are not stuck. You are simply running on an old program, and you have the power to rewrite it, starting today. If this video spoke to something real inside you, I want to know. Drop a comment below and tell me. What's the one hard thing you've been avoiding? Because naming it is the first step to changing it. And share this with someone who needs to hear it. You might not realize it, but sending this to one person could genuinely shift something for them. You are not lazy. You are not behind. You are a brain that was never taught how to love the process. But now you know. And knowing this changes everything. The hard work was never the enemy. It was always the way.